Hello, my name is Yerniyaz Abildin. Today I am going to talk about constraints and quantifying uncertainty on resource domain boundaries. So, if we look on the PRIF Mining Consortium projects work chart, you can see that my project, research project number 3, is located under exploration and evaluation section in red circle, and project objectives of this project is to quantify uncertainty on domain boundaries in order to reduce uncertainty in resource model as well as to meet sellable product specification for mill feed. What if you have some geological map like in left hand side, then after integrating machine learning algorithms into your domaining process, which is part of mineral resource estimation, you can have something like on right hand side. In today's presentation, we will discuss this in more details. Mineral resource estimation consists of 4 different subsequent stages, such as data collection and preparation, geological modeling, where you define the domain of interest, estimation of grades within each geological, geometallurgical, or grade domains, and then last one is determination of uncertainties in the models. My project is associated with second stage, where you define the domain of interest. Domain boundary modeling has own important aspects such as number of domains, the method of modeling, explicit, implicit, and just statistical modeling, for example, and type of hard and soft boundaries, where you can find abrupt or gradual transitions along the boundaries respectively. In its place, domain modeling impacts on numerical mineral deposit modeling, which is mineral resource estimation, and in general, it has a huge impact on mine planning and further mine value chain activities. Proposed domaining method consists of 2 parts. First one is simulation, second one is training a classifier in order to predict lithological units for our probabilistic domains. And also, we have a pre-processing step, which is also important in our case in order to solve some particular problem, which will be discussed further. So, when we talk about part 1 simulation, we have data which is clean and which is a subset of Malu ore body in Prominent Hill mine. And every necessary step such as cross-validation, neighborhood selection was performed in this stage. The following simulation settings were chosen for 20 elements, and for visual understanding and example, you can see the realization 1 for iron element. The obtained simulated grades are utilized for the further classification step in order to predict lithological domains. Part 2 classification. As an input, 20 elements coming from assay data. As output, lithology consists of 12 classes such as dolomite breccia, hematite breccia, siltstone, and so on. What we do next is training a classifier based on these inputs and output. And based on tests that we have conducted, the extreme gradient boosting method is has best performance for the classification with 80% accuracy. In order to give better visual understanding, on left hand side you can see the reference model from Prominent Hill, and on right hand side you can see the most probable map obtained from 100 realizations by our proposed methodology. If we look on particular cross-section, you can see the reference model on left and one particular realization on right, which is obtained from just one scenario, and classification algorithm was applied on that. However, the main idea is to use most probable map, which is outcome of 100 realizations. So you can see that when we compare reference model and most probable maps, there is similar features, but this is not comparable maps since both of them have different number of domains and different modeling approaches. Another aspect that we should take into account is probability map of most probable case. So, for example, for the particular most probable case for the particular block, we should know in terms of number how many realization says that it should be hematite breccia, for example, or dolomite. So, as you can see that in the red color, we can see that for that particular region, the highest probability is 90% and it corresponds to the hematite breccia. So by that, we can see where you have a less probable outcome for domains and high probable outcome for the domains. So let's talk about preprocessing and its importance. For example, you have problematic categories such as hematite breccia and hematite quartz breccia. As you can see in this slide, hematite breccia in our case has 27,000 samples, while hematite quartz breccia has only 1,400 samples. So in order to solve this imbalanced case, we applied advanced oversampling technique. Then by balancing this problem, we applied hybrid repair filter from noise filtering field of machine learning. And it suggests that we should remove particular number of hematite breccia samples and hematite quartz breccia samples. And also it suggests to relabel around 2,000 samples from hematite breccia into hematite quartz breccia. And then we have a total number of potential hematite quartz breccia samples increased from 1,400 to 3,000, which is significant for hematite quartz breccia and negligible for hematite breccia. So now if we look on most probable maps coming before preprocessing and after preprocessing, you can see that in yellow domain of hematite quartz breccia expanded quite significantly on the right side of the map of the slide. So if we look on the probability of hematite quartz breccia domain before preprocessing, on the left you can see that there was already high probability of hematite quartz breccia. But whenever we applied preprocessing, that probability increased remarkably and it has distinct features now. Even more, there was new areas with potential hematite quartz breccia domain. So by this method we are solving misclassification or misinterpretation problem during the core logging process. Since it's purely data-driven approach, we are just using statistical characteristics between quantitative and qualitative information coming from assay data. For the future work, first is to apply our proposed methodology in geometallurgical domains and see how the geometallurgical variables can be predicted. And next one is domain updating. Since our proposed methodology consists of two parts, simulation and classification, both of them require different approaches of integrating new information. And this is a whole new area. For this presentation, I would like to acknowledge my supervisor, Associate Professor Chaoshui, Professor Peter Dowd, Dr. Amir Adelaide, and also end-user partner Bruce Whittaker from Oz Minerals, translation partner Simon Radcliffe from Maptek, and also PRIF Consortium and state government for supporting this research project. Thank you.